Hi guys, my name is Ellie, welcome to my channel, and today we're doing a bit of a review on this Huda Beauty Electric Obsessions palette. So the inside looks like this. I picked this up in the Sephora fall sale, and it's supposed to be the same amount of product per pan as the Desert Dusk palette, and I thought this would be a good way to check out the formula and get an idea of how it works and whether or not I would enjoy something as expensive as the Desert Dust palette. Because I've never tried any of Huda's formula before. This is my first. And I like to try out bright colors if I can because they're harder to formulate. And if you're going to be doing stuff like purples and reds, which are also hard to formulate, I would like to see how you do it in a smaller section first. So this is, I think, like $30. I'll put a link down below to what I got it for. I got it, 20% off? So not a ton off, but some. And it is smaller than I was expecting. Everybody told me it was small, and I didn't believe them for some reason. I'm like, oh yeah, I have an idea. And you open it up, and it's just this little small, like, fits in your hand palette. Which, if I'd gotten one of the neutrals, I would be much more excited for because it would be something that I could just chuck in my purse or whatever and travel with it, because you've got 9 color options and it's very pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the swatches now because I'm pretty sure I filmed an intro and swatches and then I deleted that footage without actually moving it anywhere and it's gone forever. I had a bad day where I deleted a whole bunch of stuff. Be like, yeah, let me clear up my phone. Oh, I didn't actually move any of those over into Dropbox, so they're gone, and I have to refilm them. All of them. So, that's why this has taken so long. I believe I have worn every color in here, but let's just... I'm gonna go... Okay. Sorry, I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna go across, because this is how I look at it when it's there, but I don't want to show you the mirror all the time. I'm just gonna go across each bar. So let's do... pretty lilac-y... I guess it's not lilac, it's more of like a fuchsia, the metallic purple, and the matte orange. So there's that one, that one, that one. They don't have names as far as I know. This one shows up a lot more kind of like a mix between lilac and pink. I really like it. I did enjoy wearing it on my lower lash line. This one's pretty. I kind of wish it had a bit more duochrome. And this orange is really nice. I really enjoyed it. It builds up very nicely. Alright, and then we have the blue, the yellow, and the hot pink. So this one I actually really like. I'm not normally into that kind of a color. The yellow is strong. Like, it's very yellow. And the pink is also very pink. This one I really like on the outer section. I really like it on the outer third. Blended into a silver or a gold or something like that. It's really pretty. This yellow I was kind of expecting to be more of, to show up more mustard on my skin, so when it showed up like a sunshine yellow, I was surprised and I had to think of different ways to use it. This pink I really like, but it does show up a bit darker than I had hoped. Like, it does blend out, but it also deposits a lot of color. So that is the middle row. Okay. And then we have the teal, the metallic turquoise, and the red. The teal kind of let me down. I was hoping it was going to be a dupe for the teal in the Subculture palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it kind of is and it kind of isn't. It's not quite as dark, which is what I was expecting out of it, and it takes some building. You have to use the right brush when packing this on, or it's just not going to show up as opaque as you want. See how it kind of like just fades out into a lighter green? Which could be nice, it's just not what I was expecting. This color, I really like this color. We will come back to this in the rest of the review. And then the red. It's nice to have a matte red for things, but this one, again, reds are hard to do. So this one's a little patchy. It's not the worst matte red I've ever played with, but it does kind of lean a little bit more towards the pink. So how do I feel about these in application? Confused. Very confused. The matte shades don't really have a ton of fallout. Like, there's a little bit of fallout with the red, and I think that was just I was using the wrong brush that day. and I'm prepared for fallout from matte colors. That's what I generally have. What I wasn't prepared for is fallout from the shimmer shades, because the matte shades don't really give me fallout. The shimmer shades do. It will drop all over my face. So I don't really know how I feel about that, because they're very pretty colors. They work pretty well. I think this is the kind of formula where, depending on the colors, I would be willing to work with it. Same way with Anastasia Beverly Hills. They're very pigmented and very powdery, and they can kind of aggressively explode into a much darker look than you're expecting, and I'm willing to work with that for certain colors. The Subculture is worth working with because I love those colors so much that I will put in the extra finesse to keep it controlled, reined in, that thing. And this one, I think, is like that. I think doing the bright colors as a test for the formula was a good idea. And I think it did give me some insight. The fact that the metallic does kind of drop like that is weird. They didn't crease, at least that I remember. I didn't have to use any... I did try base underneath them, I think. I think I did. Yeah. And it worked pretty well. I think it had slightly less fallout. So these might be one of the ones that you just have to make sure you're baking under your eyes, which I generally have a bunch of powder all over my face, so I could just wipe away it. But if I touched it with my fingers instead of wiping it with a powder brush, I then had streaks of that color under my eye. This is a color I was not expecting to like as much. I was expecting to go ham on these, and I think I will really get some good use out of this orange, because I love those bright clementine oranges. They're so cool. There's one in the Urban Decay Electric palette, because this is the Electric Obsessions, and that's the Electric palette, that I love. I think it's called Slow Burn, that I just love to pack as a one shadow all over look, and it's so pretty, and it makes my eyes so blue, and it's just a really specific pop of color that I love, and I think I can get that with this orange, or at least get something similar. The pink, I like it. I like the idea of pinks. I just don't wear them day to day. I feel like they're like a bright red lipstick. I can do bricks and I can do burgundies, but when you get to that really bright red, almost orangey red lipstick, my brain just doesn't know what to do with it, or how to plan the rest of my face around it, and it kind of does that with pink eyeshadow. I have to do very specific looks with pink eyeshadow, or else I'm like, well, I don't know what to do with you. Which probably means I should just play with pink eyeshadow more and get an idea of what colors I like it with and explore some variety. But right now, it's just kind of you're pretty, I don't know really what I want to do with you. This purple is really nice. I really like this blue on the outer edge of other colors, because it's a little deeper than what I would want as a main lid shade, but this, padded right next to the silver, would be gorgeous, and I'd be into it, and it's a nice, subtle pop. This green, I love this. I love these two worked together onto the lid. This one blending out into this one. Really nice. I like that I have this matte red. It's good to have for things that I want to pull out. I don't know how often I'm going to, but I'm glad I have it. The yellow, I still don't know what I'm going to do with the yellow, because it's not the mustard that I keep thinking it's going to be. It's very bright. It's a sunshine yellow, and the other ones that I have that have looked like sunshine yellows have ended up being kind of mustards, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm probably just going to end up hiding it in the crease of other stuff. And this teal, I can get to look how I want if I use the right brush, but I think I just also need to play with blending it out and diffusing it to try the lighter options with it, because I think that's going to be good to have, but it's not what I was expecting, so I'm conflicted. Overall, I think I like it. I'm still conflicted on whether or not this is going to justify the potential purchase of the Desert Dusk palette. I don't know yet, because the Desert Dusk is pretty, and I think it would potentially be colors I'd be willing to put the amount of effort in for this, but also it's a really big palette. And I don't know how I feel about that pressed glitter shade, which I didn't have to deal with in these. That was nice. But yeah, overall, I think if the colors are something that you're going to use a lot and or something that you're willing to put in a little extra step on, the neutrals are probably much easier to work with than her bright colors. But yeah, if you don't mind putting effort into your eyeshadow, this is something good. I am going to go now. I have attached some looks at the end that I made with this palette. I believe I used every color in the palette in these looks at some point or another. So feel free to keep watching and see that. If not, thank you for stopping by. Feel free to subscribe to try other things like this, or you can follow me on my Instagram at Ellie Gremlin. I will link it down in the subscription so that you can see my looks, because I did this over several months, finding times to put that on my face. And if you want to see them ahead of time, I put my daily makeup up on my Instagram. Alright, did a look with the electric palette. I do have some fallout from the red, but everything else I used the yellow and the orange in the crease, the red on the outer corner. Everything turned out pretty nice. I wish there hadn't been, it's followed over here too, so I have to be more careful with that color. But I like the end result quite a bit. I should probably run some red on the outer bottom. I have to get ready for work though. Alright, I used the purpley blue on my outer corner today, and I like it. This one, not that one, because they're both kind of purpley blue. But yeah. Hey guys. Ooh. What was that? I used the teal on my outer corners today. I like it. I don't have enough time to really fuss with the edge because I'm running late, but I do like how it ended up. I also used it on my lower lash line. So, good pop of color. So I did another look out of the Electric Obsessions today because I really wanted to use that purple. It's really pretty, but you guys are so lucky that I had a bunch of powder already under my eyes. It fell out like crazy. There was just specks in this entire section. So I'm a little sassy about that because the mattes aren't causing fallout. So far it's been that and one other shimmer have caused fallout, and that's not cool. Like, usually it's the mattes that have fallout, not the shimmer shades. And why? Why are you having fallout? You're supposed to be creamy. Like, you applied nicely, you look opaque. Why you gotta fallout all over my face? So, I did another look, but I'm sassy about it. Okay, so I put the softer purple, not the hot pink, on my lower lash line today, which is something I've been wanting to do since I swatched it, and I really like it. So, there you go. Another look today. So I used the teal in the middle and the blue on the side to make this really pretty look. Again, I really like how these shadows sit on my eyes, but there's still so much fallout. I had to put in a bunch of extra powder under there because I've used the shimmers before and had a ton of fallout. And again, there was fallout. And I mean, I'm tapping off my brush, I'm being careful, I'm building it up slowly, and there's still fallout. So I'm very conflicted because they're very pretty colors. They work really well, they blended together lovely. They just don't want to not drop stuff all over my face. And I think that makes every color in here has been on my face, so I might try another couple and see if there's any tricks that I can do to work on the fallout, but I don't do the wet shadows. I don't wet my brush and then do it that way, which is the way some people work on minimizing fallout. I'm lazy. I have one setting spray and I'm working on finishing it because I don't use it that much.